sprung fruit upward. I'm still believing tonight that there's a remnant of people that though we be in the valley, the stress and the testing of my faith and the challenge has pushed my roots down deep to find water. And I found living water with one word spoken to me. And that word sent forth fruit forward. That's what the challenging and the testing of your faith did. There's still a remnant. It will root down deep and spring fruit forth upward. That's this church. That's this season.
Yeah.
This is where we're at. The one thing I noticed, Brother Lee, and you came to my mind specifically in this dry season. I didn't call anyone. I didn't reach out to someone. I just thought I'd fight through this thing and just try and pray, try and praise, try and do anything to survive here. I didn't call Lee. I didn't call Pastor Eddie Hugel. I didn't call Pastor Steve. Shame on me. This is the house of God. We are the servants of God. We are joined together as brothers and sisters in Christ. And where I am weak, you are strong. And when I am weak, then I am strong. Because I have to stay connected to the vine. But if I allow myself to be singled, and I allow myself to find myself trapped, I'm going to be destroyed there. Because I have nothing to ground me. I have no one to pray through with me. I have no one to believe with me. I'm just trying to fight on my own. To my shame. Things have to change. In order to go where we're wanting to go, the honor must come. But the belief in each other has to come. We have to connect. We have to unite. We have to be together. We have to honor one another. Into such a way that whenever I find myself low, instead of just trying to be proudful, like I'm not going to try and tell anyone I'm struggling, like I don't want to tell anyone I'm having a hard time here, I got to reach out to Bussy. I got to reach out to someone. It's not good enough, Patrick, for us just to show up together on Thursday nights, men group. It's not good enough when I'm struggling for a month. The one person that did know was Eddie. And I told him what had happened about it. It was the craziest thing, but it set this whole thing into motion. It was the dumbest thing ever. It really was. Come on. I'm driving down the road. You've been there before, right? Come on. You ever seen one of those red lights that just changes real quick, yellow red? Yeah. So I found one of those lights. I get to the next light, and the guy pulls up beside me just cussing me out like crazy. I'm like completely thrown off on this thing. I'm like, what's happening? Anyway, from that moment, it completely threw me off.
Come on, man.
One little thing literally sent me into weeks of hard just having to really fight to do anything.
That's it. It'll do it.
One thing.
Come on.
But that's why I gotta have my brothers.
That's good.
That's why I gotta have my praying wife.
Good.
She's always there.
Come on.
She's always listening. She's always praying. I thank God for a faithful wife.
Wow.
Who never quit believing in me, never quit believing on me, and continually on me. They have the most wisdom ever. I'm telling you,
biggest heart.
Women have wisdom that can't even understand. I can't. It's amazing to me.
Well,
I'm like spitting angry at you all. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to try and just get to my point real quick. Matthew 11:29. That was free. Okay. Yeah, I think this all ties together, maybe. If not, we'll act like it did. Matthew 11:29. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.
That's right.
Okay. Yoke, not to be confused with yoke. For all you egg lovers out there. And for what this message is, like a scrambled omelet. A yoke is something that we come under.
Yeah.
Right.
A yoke is to help us carry a load or bind together or it's used to accomplish an objective. Now, the reason that we're heavy laden is for a couple reasons I can think of. We're yoked to the wrong things.
Come on.
Let me get back to my notes again. And we're not yoked with anyone else.
That's good.
And that's where we find ourselves. See, we get into trying time, and it's hard to pray, it's hard to praise, and it's hard to press through because the first thing the enemy steals from you is all of those things.
Yep.
Because our mouths go silent. I couldn't even find a word. So, we're yoked to the wrong thing. So we find ourselves searching for anything to find something, because I found myself saying, Lord, I'm filled with the Spirit. I have no peace, I have no joy, I have no patience, I have no long-suffering, I have no kindness, I have no gentleness, I have no self-control. Am I even saved? I have nothing. What is happening?
Wow.
Yeah.
So what we do when we get to that point is we yoke ourselves to something that gives us security.
Wow. Come on, Mike. That's
For
good.
some people, that's drugs. For some people, that's alcohol.
Come
For
on.
some people, that's pornography or lust. For some people, it's many different things.
Right.
So the reason, now he's specifically talking about the law. The burden of the law was too much. So he was calling out to the people, literally saying what he said to the disciples when he called them, follow me.
Right.
Come unto me, all you that labor. See, because the law was too heavy for them. And so they were laboring. It was impossible. But we connect ourselves to things that'll give us something. Or we don't connect with anyone at all. Like I was saying before, I didn't call anyone. The yoke was designed in order to connect two things together so that they could accomplish the
Come
task
on.
at hand.
That's good.
But if I go on this yoke by myself, I'm probably going to be like walking in a circle or something. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. But it just makes sense to me, like the steering wheel's only going left if I'm just on the yoke. But that's where we find ourselves. So what Jesus said was, come unto me, or take my yoke upon you, or follow me. What I need you to understand and notice is, he didn't call you free from a yoke.
No.
He didn't say, I'm going to come and destroy every yoke on every place, on every front, on every level. He said, take my yoke.
Come on. That's good.
He wants to break
He didn't
open.
destroy the yoke. He just gave you a new yoke.
Right. Right.
When he said, come follow, when he said, come unto me, he's saying, follow me. He's saying the law could not save you. He was saying your works could not save you. The works didn't satisfy you. What you were doing didn't satisfy you. Come
right.
unto me, because this is the only way. See, you have to understand the Bible said that Jesus came to fulfill all of those things.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In Ephesians, or 2 Corinthians 5:21, he said, oh, I think I'm right, my Lord. I'm sorry, I didn't have... I'm really more organized than I act like I am right now. For he was made sin for us, who knew not no sin, that he might be made the righteousness of God. Okay, I'm going to try and put this together. So the yoke that Jesus brings, look, Jesus said, in order for you to be saved, or to be free from the yoke, I have to take that yoke. I have to take that from you. See, because what he done was he took the yoke himself.
Right.
Somebody say, I'm not only saved by faith through grace that I'm saved.
Right.
See, I cannot do anything to be righteous. My righteousness is filthy rags.
Come on.
But Jesus took all of our sin, all of our shame, all of my lack, and he bore that burden on himself. See, because something had to die.
That's right.
Look, the price for sin is death, period. So in order for God to be satisfied, he said, I'm not satisfied with bulls and rams and things of that nature. They don't satisfy me. I'm tired of this bloodshed. I mean, it must have been terrible when you think about this constant sacrifice. I'm serious, that was happening in the temple constantly. The whole children of Israel, every day.
Right.
This is like this bloody mess in this place. It's terrible. God's like, I'm not even happy with this. So what Jesus done was said, God's never going to be satisfied with this. But in order for us to be made to take his righteousness to the exchange for his righteousness, Christ said, I'm going to have to take the yoke myself. Even though I've never known sin, I've never done sin or tasted sin, I'm going to take this yoke of bondage. I'm going to break that yoke. And I'm going to nail it to a cross. For everyone that believes upon me will now be saved because I carried the yoke myself. But in order for you to truly come into righteousness, you have to put mine on. So you're going to have to yoke up with me in order for you to carry the sin, because you're going to have to yoke to him.
Yes, come on, man.
He carried the sin.
That's good.
He carried the bondage and crushed the weight of the law.
Good.
Thank you.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you, Jesus.
Come on.
So the reason that his burden is easy and his yoke is light is because he carries it with you. I read something about a farmer, and they were driving down the road, and there was two. Well, only farmers would understand this, by the way. I have no clue. But there was a small little oxen, and there was a big oxen. And they were carrying the yoke, but the little one wasn't doing anything.
Right.
He was being broken. And so the big one was doing all the work.
Wow. That's good, Mike.
And what that is for us is we're that little oxen.
Come on.
And we're being broken to the yoke.
Come on.
But in order, we just have to come under his yoke now.
That's good.
See, we have to come up under his yoke, and he said that's why it's so light and easy, is because he's doing all the work anyway.
Come on.
Yeah.
Good.
He wasn't calling them to religion or a system or tablets or a tradition. He was calling them to himself. He was calling them to discipleship. He was calling them, saying, come and follow me and do as I do, because I do the things I've seen my Father do.
Yeah.
Paul said, knowledge is puffed up. He said, though you have 10,000 instructors in the faith, you have no fathers.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm going to send you Timothy. For that reason, I'm going to send you Pastor Steve Finney, because he's going to show you as I do. He's going to do only what I've told him. He's going to say only what I've said. He's only acting only as I've acted. Now follow him as he follows Christ. But the problem is, too often we look up and the Holy Ghost is way up here somewhere, and he's saying stay in step with the Spirit. But we're not giving honor and we're not listening. But he's saying follow me. So even he said, I know, look, the kingdom of God is not in work, it's in power. That's what he was saying. I will know if you are empowered or if you're puffed up. See, we just know a lot of things, but we're not actually empowered of the Holy Ghost to do anything. We haven't broken any bonds. We haven't broken any yokes. We haven't crushed anything because we haven't come up under the yoke with Christ, who is then going to teach. He said, learn of me, and then I'll teach you. I will show you, and I will show you all of everything. He said to his disciples, when I got alone, the disciples said during the parables, what does this mean? I don't understand. The whole crowd, no one, why do you speak in parables? But he said when the disciples were alone with him, he began to speak all truths, all mysteries. Everything was made known and is understood. But the problem is we don't come up under the yoke with him for him to teach us and learn of him and go with him, because we've got to come up underneath the yoke.